Oh.
You will be fast. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Can you hear me at the back? My name is Ed and I'm joined by my colleague Jane, and we are both registration officers for the Metropolitan District of Bradford and are very pleased to be here at the King's Hall, Winter Gardens, for the marriage of Ashley and Catherine. Before we begin, can I ask that if you do have a mobile phone, can you ensure that it is switched off during the ceremony, and with regards to photos, please could you refrain from taking any during the ceremony, as we do have a professional photographer taking pictures today. Once the bride and groom have signed the register, there will be an opportunity for you to come forward and take your own photos. Ladies and gentlemen, I do believe Catherine is ready to make her entrance, so please could I ask you all to please stand for the entrance of the bride.
I don't think I'll forget.
Hello.
Hiya.
I didn't fall.
No, I love it, by the way.
Thank you.
It's really good. I got a microphone on.
Got a microphone.
What, mannequin? I can't believe they all made it down.
I know. Very proud. They go sit down now.
The fishing rod.
This is the how to organise it.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated.
Mine's gone really dry.
So's mine. Isn't that weird? It's because you know you need to say stuff really important now.
We are all here today to witness the marriage of Ashley Rhodes and Catherine Lucy Oldfield, and on their behalf I would welcome you. I know it means a great deal to them that you can be here to share in their happiness on this very special occasion. However, I must ask that if any person here present knows of any lawful impediment to this marriage, then they must now declare it. It's always one. Marriage is a desire by two people to share themselves and their experiences with each other, and a willingness to accept each other for who they are. Marriage means making a commitment to developing cooperation, friendship and mutual respect. It calls for honesty, patience and, of course, humour. Marriage is where each partner cares for the other and supports them in all they do. It demands courage. The courage to be open, the courage to grow and to change, and the courage to sort out together the tasks of everyday living. Marriage means closeness and distance. The closeness of a couple growing together and yet enough distance to allow each partner to be an individual. A good partner in such a marriage will be loving, caring and above all a best friend. It is in this spirit that Ashley and Catherine are now wishing to affirm their relationship with this marriage. But before we start getting on with any vows, could I call Julie forward please for her first reading? Should I say our first reading?
Everything we really need to know about how to live and what to do and how to be, we learned in nursery school. Wisdom was not at the top of the high school mountain, but there in the sandbox at nursery school. These are some of the things that we learned. Share everything, play fair, don't hit people, put things back where you found them, clean up your own mess, don't take things that don't belong to you, say sorry when you hurt somebody, wash your hands before you eat, flush.
Yes,
Ash. Warm cookies and cold milk and chocolate are good for you, so give them to someone who feels sad. Live a balanced life. Learn a little and think a little, and draw and paint and sing and dance and play and work every day. Take a nap every afternoon. Be aware of wonder in all things. Remember that little seed in the plastic cup. The roots go down and the plant grows up. Nobody really knows why or how, but we're all like that. Everything you need to know is in there somewhere. And it is still true, no matter how old you are, when you go out into the world, it's best to hold hands and stick together.
Oh.
Thank you very much.
Tell me to hold that. No.
Marriage, according to the law of this country, is the union of two people, voluntarily entered into for life to the exclusion of all others. I am now going to ask each of you in turn to declare that you do not know of any lawful reason why you may not be married to each other, okay? And Ashley, because you're the gentleman, you get to go first. So, just repeat after me. I declare that I know.
I declare that I know
Of no legal reason.
of no legal reason
Why I, Ashley Rhodes,
why I, Ashley Rhodes,
may not be joined in marriage
may not be joined in marriage
to Catherine Lucy Oldfield.
to Catherine Lucy Oldfield.
Perfect. Well done. Catherine, your turn. Just repeat after me. I declare that I know.
I declare that I know
Of no legal reason.
of no legal reason
Why I, Catherine Lucy Oldfield,
of why I, Catherine Lucy Oldfield,
may not be joined in marriage
may not be joined in marriage
to Ashley Rhodes.
to Ashley Rhodes.
Well done. I told you the reason.
We picked
You
the
have.
easiest
Say
options.
that again.
I was just saying we picked the easiest
We
options.
did.
It's still hard once you get there. You have surrounded yourselves with those whom you love the most. You have invited them here today to receive their encouragement, support, and to celebrate with you at this very special time. I am now going to ask you in the presence of your family and friends. Ashley, will you take Catherine to be your wife? Will you comfort her in life's sorrow and pain? Will you rejoice with her through good times? And will you remain true to her for the rest of your lives together?
I will.
Catherine, will you take Ashley to be your husband? Will you comfort him in life's sorrow and pain? Will you rejoice with him through good times? And will you remain true to him for the rest of your lives together?
I will.
Well done. Right, I'd like to call Alexander forward now with our second reading.
Lost coconut. There was once a dinosaur and he was lost. Well, not lost as such, as he never really had a plan where he was going. He just stomped around all day, roaring at trees and clouds and rocks, and none of them paid him any attention. This confused the dinosaur, as he considered himself rather scary. So he roared louder and longer, and swished his tail a bit. And when the clouds and trees and rocks, and even half a coconut he found on the floor, when none of them reacted, he got a bit sad. So he went for a sleep. The next day, the dinosaur awoke to the sound of stomping and a distant, mighty roar. The coconut, he thought, The coconuts tried to copy me. He set out to teach the disrespectful coconut a lesson, and perhaps eat it a bit. He stomped his loudest stomp and practiced roaring in the bushes he passed along the way. And then, right where he'd left it, he found the soon-to-be quarter of a coconut. He took a deep breath. "Roar," said a voice behind him, and the dinosaur jumped in fright, throwing the coconut into the air. He turned around and stared into the eyes of the most beautiful dinosaur he had ever seen. He blushed, except dinosaurs can't blush, so he invented the concept of blushing in his head and thought, I must evolve the ability to do that, and then strive not to, and then forgot because he was distracted by the beautiful dinosaur. "Roar," he retorted, proud of his sudden inspired wit. The dinosaurs stared at each other for a moment, unsure what came next. The beautiful dinosaur tried a cautious stomp and swished her tail a bit, and they stood there, stomping, swishing, seeing who had the loudest roar, until, unnoticed to either, they were doing all these things in unison, and they realized they were in love. It dawned on the dinosaurs that it didn't matter if nothing reacted to their stomps and roars, because here was another, like them, who really understood. And this made them both happy. They walked together for the rest of their lives, stomping in unison, or occasionally to create a musical beat that they each swished their tails to. They tried to outroar each other, and so each of their roars became louder and longer, and they were sure the clouds came to fear them, as they never noticed one again. On an entirely unrelated note, they never again looked up, for they were busy staring at each other, following the tail swishing or gazing into their unified souls. When they were old dinosaurs, the still beautiful dinosaur asked lovingly, "Do you have any regrets?" "None," came the reply, "though I often wonder what became of my half a coconut. Do you?" The beautiful dinosaur smiled. "Not one. I've loved every moment of our time together, and every inch of you who has shared it with me. From the swish of your tail to your silly little hat, I love you." "And I you," said the dinosaur, and content, they walked on together. He smiled inside out and suddenly thought to himself, "What hat? And when did we learn to talk?"
Right, Catherine, if you'd like to put your bouquet on there. And then we got Paul with the rings. Right, ladies and gentlemen, we have now come to the most important part of the ceremony where Ashley and Catherine will say the words that contract their marriage. And will exchange wedding rings, which is a traditional way of sealing the contract they are making with each other. So if I can get you all to please stand. The wedding ring is an unbroken circle. It has no beginning and no end. It symbolises unending and everlasting love and is an outward sign of the promise you are making to each other. Right, again, Ashley, you get to go first. So, if you'd like to take the ring you are giving to Catherine. Pop it on her ring finger and repeat after me. I, Ashley.
I, Ashley.
Take you, Catherine.
Take you, Catherine.
To be my wedded wife.
To be my wedded wife.
And I give you this ring.
And I give you this ring.
As a symbol of my love and commitment.
As a symbol of my love and commitment.
From this day forward.
From this day forward.
It is my promise.
It is my promise.
That I will share with you.
That I will share with you.
All that I have.
All that I have.
And all that I am.
And all that I am.
I will honour you.
I will honour you.
And care for you.
And care for you.
And we will be as one.
And we will be as one.
Our love and friendship.
Our love and friendship.
Will last forever.
Will last forever.
Perfect. Catherine, if you'd like to take the ring you are giving to Ashley.
This one.
Pop it on his ring finger. Again, just repeat after me. I, Catherine.
Hi, Catherine.
Take you, Ashley.
Take you, Ashley.
To be my wedded husband.
To be my wedded husband.
And I give you this ring.
And I give you this ring.
As a symbol of my love and commitment.
As a symbol of my love and commitment.
From this day forward.
From this day forward.
It is my promise.
It is my promise.
That I will share with you.
That I will share with you.
All that I have.
All that I have.
and all that I am.
and all that I am.
I will honour you
I will honour you
and care for you,
and care for you,
and we will be as one.
and we will be as one.
Our love and friendship will last forever.
Our love and friendship will last forever.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, if you'd like to please be seated. And if I can get James to come forward with our third reading.
The Day the Saucers Came, by Neil Gaiman. That day, the saucers landed. Hundreds of them, golden, silent, coming down from the sky like great snowflakes. And the people of Earth stood and stared as they descended, waiting, dry-mouthed, to find out what waited inside for us. And none of us knowing if we would be here tomorrow. But you didn't notice. Because that day, the day the saucers came, by some coincidence was the day the graves gave up their dead, and the zombies pushed up through the soft earth or erupted, shambling and dull-eyed, unstoppable, came towards us, the living, and we screamed and ran. But you didn't notice this, because on that day, which was Zombie Day, it was Ragnarok also, and the television screen showed us a ship built of dead men's nails, a serpent, a wolf, all bigger than the mind can hold, and the cameraman could not get far enough away. And then the gods came out. But you did not see them, because on the saucer zombie battling gods day, the floodgates broke, and each of us was engulfed by genies and sprites, offering us wishes and wonders and eternities, and charm and cleverness and true brave hearts and pots of gold, while giants fee-fo-fummed across the land and killer bees. But you had no idea of any of this, because that day, the saucer day, the zombie day, the Ragnarok and fairy day, the day the great winds came and snows and cities turned to crystal, the day all the plants died, plastic dissolved, the day computers turned, the screens telling us we would obey, the day angels, drunk and muddled, stumbled from the bars, and all the bells of Londons were sounded, the day animals spoke to us in Assyrian, the Yeti day, the fluttering capes, the arrival of the time machine day. You didn't notice any of this, because you were sitting in your room, not doing anything, not even reading, not really, just looking at your telephone, wondering if I was going to call.
Thank you. This day will form a milestone in your lives. Certainly will. You will look back upon it as the start of your new lives together. We hope that the feelings of love that you quite clearly do have for one another will deepen and grow even stronger as the years do come. Ashley and Catherine, it is my great pleasure to declare that you are now husband and wife together. Ashley, would you like to give your wife a kiss? Yeah.